What's up, guys? As requested, I'm gonna be reviewing the video called He Built the Healthiest House to Live to 100 Plus.
So this guy built the healthiest home in America. It's a 10,000 square foot compound that's going to extend his life way longer than most people, but not for the reason that you think.
A man-made building that's gonna make him live longer. That makes sense.
You'll see why later. Meet Ben Greenfield, OG biohacker, podcaster, health expert. He's the GOAT. Wait, not that kind of GOAT. And in my early 20s, I got horribly sick from mold in my home, and I was super excited to learn.
If you believe that something man-made, unnatural, is gonna make you live longer, or in any way improve your health, then you're really lost. Then you're really just delusional.
And as much as I could from Ben about how to create the healthiest environment possible. Not only did he tell me about
The healthiest environment is in nature.
the special material that he put in the walls so mold can't grow, but we got to spend the entire day with him seeing how he lives. And this man is high octane.
Talk to me a little bit about the impetus.
High stress, very heavy breathing. That's health. Yeah, this is health. I'm increasing my lifespan. I like this.
Behind the house. How did this come into being?
I grew up about 45 minutes south of here in Lewiston, Idaho. We have tons of family right here, right in the area. Family is pretty high value for me. Taking care of your parents, being around cousins and nieces and nephews and aunts and uncles. So big family component.
Okay, that's great. Sure.
Was one. A big part of it is a legacy play too. Like my sons both love this town, this area, and want to move down here. And I envision a future 30 years from now where, I'm pushing 75, 80 and I've got grandkids and maybe even a couple of great grandkids and we're all just, in the same general region. You guys.
That's great, but how are you gonna live long if you stress yourself? 75, maybe the maximum age you reach if you continue like this. I don't know this guy. I don't know what exactly he does. We'll see. But the beginning is horrible.
What we do on Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, how the kids go on a rite of passage when they're 16. So the idea behind a rite of passage is a young man, especially going off and doing something hard as a passage into adolescence or passage into adulthood.
Why hard exactly? Learning how to use a bow, shoot arrows, that's great. For hunting, it's awesome. But what is this? I don't know what he's trying to say or show here. Is he saying that you shouldn't be sitting at a computer? Okay, that's good, but what's the alternative here?
It's not really baked into Western culture as much.
So this is the Greenfield Constitution is
Yeah, it's like a multi-100-page document with our crest, our logo, our traditions, the rites of passages, the family colors, the family spirit animals, the family values, the same way you would brand a business.
Yeah.
And so when my sons start a family, they will get that book handed on to them to improve upon.
It's pretty wild because most people see Ben as this freak athlete, and he is, but he was still struggling with some of the same things that everyone else does. And here's how he broke it down for me.
Starting off was
Ben is 44, by the way. At the very, very best, he looks his age. Maybe you could say that in the right lighting. He's certainly not increasing his longevity or anything, otherwise he would look younger. If he does look his age in some lighting, that's good, because most people nowadays look way older. But yeah, in some clips, I would say in most, he looks older. Whatever he's doing, it's not working out, and we can already see one of the problems: stress, extreme chronic stress.
just big into fitness and nutrition, which 99%.
Yeah, it's the chronic stress. With chronic stress, you're gonna age very badly.
of people are. I still didn't feel as though I had all the energy that I wanted, wasn't sleeping as well as I wanted. I started just kind of tweaking things in my own personal environment as I came across people that I'd interview on podcasts who would drop little hints here and there. Now I'm thinking about, okay, well, how do I design a space or live in a space that allows me to move well and eat well, but also pay attention to variables like air,
He says eat well and shows a garden with green plants implying that it's good food or what?
Light, like water, like electricity. And as I started to put these things together in my own personal environment, just from random conversations and hacking together whatever I could find, I started to feel better, started to sleep better. If you think of your body as being kind of like a battery, right? You can slowly drain the battery by, constantly bombarding it with non-native electricity or, poor water quality. You can basically drain the battery all day long, and eating and moving is one way to get the battery charged. But then if you really want to charge full battery life, it's all these other little things in your environment that can either charge or drain.
Wait, I don't get it. That decreases your battery. The energy, the workouts, the stress, that's why you sleep longer, you're more tired. Good food is gonna increase it, yes, which you probably don't even eat.
The battery beyond what, again, most of the health and wellness industry focuses a lot on, which is exercise and eating, has what are called MERV filters. That's the basic filtration system that's built into the air purifier. That's going to catch like 99.9% of like viruses, particles.
That's cool. I wonder why he doesn't show any photos or videos of these viruses. Why these 3D animations? Whatever.
Things that could lead to mold and mycotoxin accumulation, et cetera, in the air that you're breathing. But what happens is, especially if you're in a living space for a long period of time, you'll also get stuff that can potentially build up in the ducts themselves. When you're cooking, you produce a very high amount of PM 2.5, particulate matter 2.5, which is...
Again, a 3D animation.
The size of particle that tends to be most damaging when you breathe it in through your lungs and the most absorbed. For PM 2.5, this will jump up to like over 400.
I wonder what scientific studies he's referring to.
So just like taking into consideration how much metal leaching and plastic leaching could occur on the things that you use regularly.
That's all great, using better pans, but even better would be not using any pots, pans, or whatever. Not even really spending any time in the kitchen except for getting the food out of the fridge. If anything, that's it. Yeah, and then you eat it in its natural state, raw. But you're naturally supposed to eat, because if you want to be happy and healthy, that's what you gotta do. Because there's only one way to health and longevity. Nature. Nothing else. Using better pans is better, but it's miles away from using... no pans. I say miles because they're in the United States,
In which you're heating things or blending things or storing things. Fridge, again, we got just like all the red light in here. This one had the ability to have Wi-Fi. You can see we have Wi-Fi disabled on this. Most of the food in our refrigerators pretty standard, just like primal kitchen dressings. This is just a big bunch of...
Wait, did he say primal kitchen dressings? No, right? Maybe I misheard that. That would be super stupid.
Brisket. I'm brining for a party tomorrow night. Just some basic veg, sauerkraut.
Vegetables, yeah, just unhealthy food.
My wife does a lot of fermenting, so some house-made pickles.
Yeah, pickles make high meat, high eggs, something like that. Or at least mix vegetables with animal foods. Ferment dairy.
What about this raw dog food? This is just all supplements, ivermectin and fenbezidine.
Ivermectin, what? Why would you take that? It's poisonous. Is he joking? Wait.
All for travel, melatonin for travel. There's like DHA, peptide syringes. Washers tend to be pretty notorious as far as being like a mold haven. So we have an ozone generator from Simply O3. It's just like built into our washer unit, and ozonation is a pretty good way to kill mold. We just have a lot of vinegar. There's a bunch of Thieves essential oil around here somewhere. We use all like non-toxic, the laundry supplies. We use a lot of stuff from Branch Basics.
That's good. He's probably doing it better than most people. That's gonna help. It's not gonna outweigh the bad effects of the cooked meat, vegetables, and whatever he eats. It's good. It's better. Yeah. He's probably doing better than most people, sure.
Pretty good company.
By the way, if you're interested in starting...
How old is this guy? I can't find the age online anywhere. It says that he's 24, but I don't believe it. He looks way too old to be 24. Who knows? If somebody knows his age, let me know. Whatever his age is, it doesn't even matter because he looks very exhausted. He does not look healthy. He just doesn't. He's trying to find the key to longevity and health in all of his videos, but it's just not working out at all.
If you're exposed to this low level of technically what is pretty high power electrical voltage throughout the day, whether magnetic fields, electrical fields.
He's showing all of this fancy technology, some of which may help or be better than what most people use today. That might as well be true, but it's not going to offset the bad effects of his diet and all the stress from the working out. That's the problem. This is overall not going to do much compared to somebody who lives the same kind of a life and doesn't use all of this. Maybe he's going to live 1% longer than them, maybe 5% maximum, whatever. It's not going to be a huge difference. Whereas somebody who doesn't use any of this, which is better anyway, and eats naturally and gets sunlight and doesn't stress himself, is still going to live decades longer than him. So overall, there's no point to this video, this house, or anything he does. All of this fancy technology is pointless, maybe even harmful. Some of it is.
Radio frequencies from your phone, etc. Those are all triggers for sympathetic nervous system activity. When your cells are spun.
Again, 3D animations of cells. Why 3D animations? Because we have never actually, as such, observed or isolated them. There are ways to try to do it, and you do it with dyes, but you can never actually see it as it would be in the animal, for example. There could also be plant cells, technically, that's a different story. But you cannot in any way, whatever, take a piece of meat, whatever you want to, from an animal and actually see cells inside. That's impossible, that's never been done. That's why the 3D animations. And that's why all the imaginations as to what's inside of the cell. It's all nonsense to base your life on this. Believe in it or not, it doesn't matter either way. This isn't going to change anything. You're just imagining religiously what's going on in these so-called cells, which have never been observed inside of you, the human being.
Up in a little bit more hyperactivated mode, you're not going to detox as well. You're not going to...
Yeah, it's all 3D animations, always. It has to be. It has to be.
To have lymphatic drainage or glymphatic drainage as well. Your neuronal function is going to be a little bit subpar because you got more calcium coming into cells. You don't metabolize glucose as efficiently, so blood glucose can stay a little bit higher. Blood pressure can be higher. A lot of these same things happen if you're exercising. Like blood pressure goes up, heart rate goes up, glucose goes through the roof. You go into cell sympathetic nervous system danger response mode. That's fine because there's a payoff that you're getting fitter. But if you did that all day, you'd be pretty...
Wait. It pays off because you get fitter. Fitter just means that you adapt your body to whatever you're doing. So if you're running on a treadmill, then you get adapted to running on a treadmill. So if you run for 10 minutes, then your body gets adapted to it. It's super stressful, creates wrinkles and dark eye circles, reduces your lifespan. But then the next time you may be able to run for 12 minutes. What the fuck is the point of that? Yeah, you get fitter. Or then maybe for 20, 30 minutes. Fuck, maybe you can run for an hour in the end. How is that good as such overall? What's the actual benefit of being able to run for 1 hour? For your health or anything? And there's no benefit, there's nothing. They just do not understand that.
Exhausted by the end of the day. Electricity that's just like bombarding your body throughout the day is like mildly exercising your cells in a stressful way throughout the entire
Yeah, it's in a stressful way, obviously, anyway. Same with the exercise.
day. And so that builds up into brain fog, subpar sleep, subpar recovery.
Those are also all signs of over-exercising.
Host of other chronic health issues that a lot of people experience because they just don't think about electricity at all. All of
What kind of a clip was that? That's super... I guess it was kind of funny, it's a bit weird.
Then charge me up inside of a $150,000 red light therapy bed.
$150,000? Oh my god. And you could just go outside into the sun. I think it was sunny, I just saw. And that would actually be healthy. Instead, this guy is pale, This guy. The other guy, not really, because he goes out for the walks in the sun. I don't know why he does this, whatever. Some kind of studies, science probably says that. Wow. Artificial red light. That's harmful. How do you not get it?
And
What a scam that people actually pay money for this. Insane.
how often do you use this one?
About 3 times a week.
Yeah.
There's no reason I can use it every day. I just we have so much time in the day to just wait outside and trying to pull a red light.
Yeah.
Because I'm also supposed to be a dad and a husband.
And then he put me through the most intense 30-second workout of my life.
This is like time efficient strength training, where you are selecting against a 2 horsepower engine, like fighting a giant robot. You're trying to maintain as much tension as possible the whole time.
Do I lean back?
Because it's so powerful, you have to put a seatbelt on.
Buckle up, Junior.
Buckle up. 5 seconds. His feet. Here comes. Resist. Resist. You might have to kind of let go and see the top. Good. You can see it'll show you like how much force you're producing, kind of keep track of how hard you're working.
Oh God.
It's so super delusional. Just look at the face expressions, the sounds that he is making. He would also, the other guy, of course. Maybe he's stronger, so to speak, more adapted to it, so it would not be that hard for him. But still, it's stressful anyway for both. And they just believe that chronic stress is good. Stressing yourself every day, from what it seems like. Maybe he takes a break Sundays. Hopefully, but doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything overall, because every day, essentially, you experience lots of stress. That automatically means a reduced lifespan. We live completely upside down. Our lives have been twisted upside down, inverted.
At the end of my time with Ben, I felt like I had the exact playbook that I needed to go off and build my own healthy home, which has been a dream of mine for years. But I also walked away with the realization that I didn't expect at all. While all this stuff is really important and is definitely going to support his health, I think the reason why he's going to live a lot longer than most people is something that we all have access to right now, and that's family and community. The motivation behind all of this
Yes, that is very important, but he does stress himself a lot. I don't know.
was to create a space for his family to gather for generations to come. His father sold him the land. His mom owns a coffee shop in town. He has siblings that live close by. His kids are going to stay close, and they have a local church that they love and are very active in. And I kept noticing this undercurrent throughout the whole day. They have a family crest, creed, and they meet every morning and every evening. And they host people at their house every other week, and they go to church every Sunday. The stats are really staggering about how much this can impact your health. Having strong, reliable relationships can increase your lifespan from anywhere from 7 to 15.
Yeah, because it really makes you want to live, of course. That's why oftentimes if somebody close to you passes away, when you're older especially, your husband, in your 80s nowadays, should of course be way later, then yeah, it takes away the life force oftentimes. I've heard these kind of reports a lot.
Years. This house really is super impressive and inspiring. But what is most inspiring to me is how Ben does fatherhood and family. But I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. A healthy home makes healthy people, and healthy people make healthy families. Thanks so much for watching. We put a lot of work into this one. If you like this one, I know you're going to like this one right here. Go ahead and watch this video, and I'll see you.
I think that the saturation has been removed from this video. It just looks strange. I don't think that he wants to show himself. I don't think that he wants us to see the way he really looks like with those eye bags and dark eye circles, which you can see in the other videos. It's too bad, because he should just be showing what this kind of lifestyle is doing to him, if he would be honest.
The next one. Take care and be well.
I'm gonna end this video with one simple point. This is all that you need to think about. Do you remember the face expressions and the noises that he was making while working out? Can a human being or any kind of animal make these kind of face expressions and noises, but at the same time live a long and healthy life? Is that logically, biologically possible? Can you do something that you hate but live a long life? Can you go against your intuition and be healthy? Is that actually possible? That's all that I'm asking. Can you make face expressions which show that you're suffering, that you're experiencing extreme stress, but at the same time, live a long life? Answer this question honestly, and then you will understand that this video is absolute nonsense. Thanks for watching.